Here's what I love about Football Scouter. Today's game, the Ravens and Bengals, there's so much offensive power all up and down these teams. And I continually find myself being like, man, there's just so many places for them to spread this out. And I hate that. And I know these teams and I've watched these teams, but I need some sort of compass to tell me maybe where they're going to go. And that's what Football Scouter does so well. Every time I get a little bit frustrated, I'm like, geez, which tight end are they going to go to? Is it a Flowers game? All right. Is it a running back game? I just kind of like settle myself. I'm like, idiot. Remember, Football Scouter will at least point you in the right direction. And that's what I love about it. It just take a look at the graphs. And whether I nail the lineup or I don't, more times than not, it's got me going in the right direction. Okay, now if you're going to hit something really tough, like a showdown, you got to be perfect. And Football Scouter gets me, 3/4 of the way there. And so many times I'm a touchdown or a big catch away from taking it down. And that's what I really love. It's like I feel like I'm actually in play now, whereas in the past I felt like I was just grasping at straws. Not even close. So let's look a little closer at today's game. Man, the quarterbacks look great, but I am a little concerned about Lamar. He is a little nicked up, and the Bengals have shown that with the blitz, they can get to the quarterback. Lamar is not invincible. Can he scramble? Of course. But I am a little concerned that they'll get to him a little bit. But that's cool. That's all right. That just means I think he'll have to pass a little more, maybe a little quicker. So does that mean he goes to his tight ends? And some of the stats show he should be going to his tight ends. All right. It also shows that it should be a big wide receiver game. So maybe he quick dumps off to his tight ends and then launches down the field to Flowers tonight. There is Deontay Johnson, a little bit cheaper option. Newly added to the team. Does he become the wideout guy tonight? He didn't do anything last week, but he's also out there maybe as a decoy, just kind of learning the playbook. But that's my favorite thing about Football Scouter is that now I can kind of get the core guys and see where I need to kind of invest. And without looking at any of these stats, without looking at Football Scouter, I'm like, is it Lamar? Do I hit the running back hard? Where do I go? No, I think it is hit the wide receivers, and I love trying to get Flowers and Deontay. I like Bateman, but he's been there. And the only real game he went off this year was the game that Flowers got hurt. I don't think adding another player, Deontay, is going to help him. Can he do it on his own if it was just him and Flowers, or Flowers was hurt? Yes, but now we've added somebody, so I don't think that's direction. I think giving Deontay a shot, adding in Flowers, okay, and then probably a tight end might be where we're at. Could it be a big running back game? Yes, but also the last time they played, it was a shootout. And if Cincinnati starts scoring, they're not going to be able to make it a running back type game. They're going to have to get some touchdowns before you can just run the ball at them. So the nice thing is I can kind of key in wide receivers and tight ends tonight, I think, for Baltimore. And then on the other side, the Bengals, they're kind of in a similar boat. They love their tight ends. Gesicki is a monster. Now, here's the thing. Baltimore does not give up a lot of tight end yards. But Gesicki is just catching so much. Are they really going to yank that out of their offense? I don't know. But then you also have Jamar Chase as well. All right, he's steady for points. All right, that being said, then you need Burrow. So this is kind of the rabbit hole you go down. You got to look at your Football Scouter. You figure out, okay, there's all these pieces that I need to go to. And there's Chase Brown, who had a huge game last night. And what to go back to Football Scouter, it's huge. It's a huge advantage, Football Scouter, so you don't just follow the stats. Don't just follow the stats. If you follow the stats, you're in with the rest of the crowd. And you're splitting their money. You're never going to win big if you're following their stats. But the nice thing is, if it shows Chase Brown is playing well, which of course he has been, and then the team they're matching up against is trending in a direction where they're going to allow that player to play well again, well, now that's something. And you do like it when those two line up. Okay? And the Ravens do give up some screen passes to running backs. So that makes me like Chase Brown. But here's the thing, Khalil Herbert's coming in. So, you get a great play and then you get somebody like Khalil Herbert. Is he going to be just standing there, soaking up a couple plays? Is he a decoy tonight, or does he come in like he did last year or is it 2 years ago and just blow up? I can't remember which game, if it was last year or the year before, when he just kind of came in a little bit unknown and he went off and he was so cheap. I feel like it was last year. Either way, I've seen him do it before. So there's a cheap option right there that could totally blow up Chase Brown. Is Khalil going to be the bang-up guy and then Chase is going to be the screen guy? Well, then that fits the option right there. So if I'm looking at my Football Scouter charts, I'm going to try to get away from Chase Brown if I can, because I don't know what Khalil's going to do. And maybe this is like the one place where I do make a second lineup. I hate when I'm not secure enough in my decision that I have to make a second lineup. But this one might, and it's just because we have extra players coming in. It's that trade deadline time of the year where that happens. And it does. It happened last week. It happened with the Chiefs the other night. New players coming in. And then, look at Chiefs picked up their new number one guy, and he ended up getting all the points, which threw off a lot of stuff. So I might make a second lineup there where Khalil can kind of, put him in the captain spot, put him on the team, and see what he does for real cheap. And if he goes off, you're probably ahead of a lot of the crowd. Probably not as much as usual, because I think people saw this happen last year. Or was it the year before when Khalil came in as well? So I don't want to get too long in the tooth here, but just looking at where some of these trending weaknesses are is huge for both teams. It helps you not want to pick every player. Tonight I do have 3 lineups going, but that's just because I want to get a little bit of Khalil coming in, even though the trends don't show much for him. He could just step in and just have a role, and you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with just kind of taking a flyer there, because the rest of the lineup I built around him does have a nice trending stat that says, "Hey, pick these guys." So I'm not just throwing darts at them. I am throwing a dart with Khalil, see what happens. Gesicki, same thing. Gesicki's got the stats, and I think people will see that. Tight end, he might fly a little under the weather, but he had a pretty good game, so I feel like they're going to be there out top. But if I put him there, and then he's a cheaper definitely captain showdown pick, it will allow me some money, some cap room to pick all the other players who are trending well. And I'm hoping to make up some room on the field right there if I pick the correct guys. Some people go running back and I don't. I can do that with a couple quarterbacks because I got Gesicki. And my favorite pick, Deontay Johnson. The Ravens are trending that they're going to go to the wide receivers tonight, and if Lamar's a little banged up, he's going to have to throw to them. I'm just hoping I can hammer Deontay if he becomes part of the big game plan, and then everybody else's money goes maybe to Flowers. Maybe I can get ahead of the crowd right there, and that's my favorite lineup this week. So, hey, check out Football Scouter. I got it linked below in the comments as well. Check us out at funfunstudios.com. Like I said, Football Scouter, I can't think of it. It just clears my head, and at least it shows me which direction to go, and I'm not sitting here making 5 lineups because I can't pick the right direction. Okay? All right. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much. See ya.